Giant robots invade Canada, child abuse, and serial killers? It's all in a day's work this week on Top of the Stack. Hi, I'm Cory for Geek'd. This week on Top of the Stack for July 1st, 2015, we're going to cover all the books I picked up and what I thought was the best this week in comics. First up, we have We Stand on Guard #1 from Image Comics, written by Brian K. Vaughan, drawn by Steve Scocci. This one starts out with a Canadian family sitting in the living room watching a breaking news story about the White House here in America being bombed. Now, they're worried, they're wondering who did it, who's America going to go after this time? Because let's face it, that's what we always do. And they're putting out all these ideas of who it is. Then the kid comes up and says, hey, what if we did it? Immediately shut down. Don't ever say that. That is not us. We don't do that kind of thing. All of a sudden, boom. Outside, bombs crashing down. House gets destroyed. Only the kid, Tommy, and the girl, Amber, are the ones still surviving, while the dad tells him, look after your sister, don't leave her side. And the scene ends. We flash forward 12 years where now we see Amber's all grown up. It's 21, 24 now here in Canada. She's fighting big robots and they're attacking her. She takes them down. She meets this group of misfits they call themselves the 2-4. They're a group of freedom fighters. Of course they don't trust her. And this issue is really about her trying to gain their trust, as well as prove herself to herself. She's looking for a brother who's been kidnapped, and it's really portrayed well throughout the art. We get to see these giant mechs, which are awesome, but really this comic is coming down to the struggle these characters are having, the trust issues they have. That's what really drives me with this. The robots are very cool, but it wouldn't be near as cool without the deeper issues that this is trying to portray. The art's very good. The writing's very good. It's another excellent #1 from Brian K. Vaughan. If you haven't picked it up, I highly recommend it. It ends with a bang, and it's on to the next issue. So, We Stand on Guard #1 gets a Christian Bale from Geek'd. Next up, we have Outcast #10 by Robert Kirkman, drawn by Paul Azaceta. This issue takes off exactly where the last one ends, with the girl he was wrestling with trying to exercise. We find out she is safe. She's in the hospital. Her parents are glad of what they did. But this issue really brings out the characters. Kyle here is really struggling with his identity, this power he has, why he has it, why it's harming the people he's trying to help. And this issue really brings that home. It's really a good issue trying to, really get to know this main character. We have known some things about Kyle, but they're really vague. In this one, we get to piece it together a little bit more. You get to meet his wife. You get to dive into really what happened in that marriage. Has to do with child abuse, a freak out he had because of these abilities, and also goes into how their marriage was perfect before this one incident. You really see why this man is now conflicted. He has all these issues and he's struggling with a lot of things. And we also get to see a darker side of the Satan character and the neighborhood. Overall, this was one of my favorite issues of Outcast so far. Not very scary, but does answer a lot of questions while also giving you a few more of your own. This issue, Outcast #10, is getting a Christian Bale as well from Geek'd. Last on the list this week is Nailbiter #14 by Joshua Wilson and Mike Hernandez. In this one, we start off with a flashback of Edward, the serial killer, the Nailbiter, at his prom with his girlfriend, the now cop who is arresting him. We get to see that he's always had this long time obsession with serial killers, but it may not be because of the dark, twisted reasons we feel like it is. We see that there's a mob of people that just want him attacked, want him dead, so that they take him into custody, and we really get to see him open up as a human being as well. As you can see, this theme this week is all about characters and learning who they are other than what's right there on the surface. And in this one, Warren takes them down to these caves that he used to explore way before he met her, and talks to him about how how old they look, and but they aren't. They're only about 60 years old. They're man-made. So it gets into this story now about possibly something that was built as an exercise, or maybe a cult, or a paranormal thing. We don't know why, but we know somebody built it. They brought these butchers here. They have created them, and they're making more. So we're getting a little taste of this story as it goes along, and it's getting better and better. This is another great issue. As always, art is right on par with the rest of the book. We do find out one thing about Carol is the one who does know why this story's happening, and I cannot wait to get deeper into this and see what the hell is going on in Buckaroo. This one is getting a Christian Bale as well from Geek'd Up. Christian Bale's all around this week. What a good week in comics. Unfortunately, no honorable mentions this week, but next week I'm sure there will be some up there to go along with the top of the stack. Remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekeduptv, or on Twitter at twitter.com/geekeduptweets. And like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and share it with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, let us know below, and we'll get back to each and every one of you. But until then, stay geeked up and always hug a xenomorph.
Yeah, that's me, I'm Hope. My mom's name is Janet. Hooked up with Scott Lang with plans to save the planet.
Villains can't stand it that they're getting tossed. From street thug to the boss, it's Ant-Man and Wasp.
No matter what the cost.